So, I was gonna put a video out about what's going on in the UK. Surely you guys know exactly what's going on in the UK, right? We have over 2 million Brits marching the city of London. I've always had a clue what it's about. Some people might think it's about the migrants, you know, if you're illegal and whatnot. It's really not about that. It's way more deep than that, should I say, you know? It's more about protecting the culture of the country, you know what I mean? And, you know, there's always been a clash between one group and another group, right? But the word migrant is to kind of like sugarcoat things than what it really is, yeah? So, I've got this reaction video that I've kind of managed to put together. I don't know, you told me your thoughts about it, right? Because to me, when I'm seeing, you know, a lot of Brits, right, that's out in the public marching, there's a reason why they're marching, and it's more to do with the government and whatever policies that's out there, right? And they are marching to, you know, put out statements to let people know that, yo, listen, this is our country and we're going to protect our culture. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Against any foreigners that think they might come here to change the law to fit their culture, right? So this is what the problem is, if you know what I'm saying to you. This is what the conflict is. It's always been like this, you know? But now it's just like, you know, this is actually one of the biggest protests ever. So let's get into this video and I'm gonna chop it up with you guys real quick, yeah?
An organised march titled Unite the Kingdom was accompanied by a side of religion. Some people bringing crosses, others dressing like ancient religious orders.
Yeah, it's a nice I want you lot to pick up on religion, right? This is more of a religious type of thing. You know, I'm just saying it as like just my experience of just being a Brit and just understanding when all these protest type of things happen. It's more about religion, culture, you know, and, you know, protecting the culture, the country, and not allowing other people to try to enforce their belief on the country. This is really what this protest is all about. I was sitting down, I was trying to figure out, all right, cool, like, why are everyone outside like this, bro? What can be the reason? And I've been hearing, oh, they don't want the migrants in the country. And I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, like, that doesn't make any sense, though. Like, you don't want the migrants in the country. Like, I mean, the migrants do certain jobs that, you know, we wouldn't do, you feel me? Like, actually, I'm not even going to say we, because I'm first generation, right? And when my mum came to this country, like, she was working, like, bro, she just, I don't know, bro. She was working like a mad woman, bro. You feel what I'm saying to you? Because she felt like that's what she had to do to, you know, it's not like that's what you have to do, but, you know, that's the mentality. You know, they come to a country, right? And they work. She was a carer. I remember she told me she was a carer and that's what she did. You feel what I'm saying to you? And then even when I was born as well, like, my mum was still working, like, even though she didn't have to, like, you know what I'm saying to you, but so she was still, you know, going home working and that, you get me? I don't know what my dad was doing at the time, but, you know, that's for a different story, you get it? But, so it can't be more about the migrants, because the migrants, like, people that's, like, from another country coming to this country, right, they work, you feel me? They work. So, I don't think it's that. I think it's more deeper than that. I think it's more about a cultural difference. You know what I'm saying to you? So anyway, let's get into it.
If you stand for your freedom, lift your voice and shout!
Speeches were opened with a rendition of the Lord's Prayer.
Our Father, who art in heaven.
Whoa! Tommy Robinson!
Tommy Robinson of
Also, yeah, with the Tommy thing, bro, like, I hope they don't nick my man for this, because this is causing a lot of taxpayer money, you know. We've got thousands of police officers out there and, you know, the tab is running up. Of course, you know, there's going to be a lot of littering in the floor and whatnot. That's another bill. So, you know, Tommy, they might nick you for this, you know. I'm just saying, they might nick you for this, but we'll see what's going to happen, you know.
former BNP member who founded and then left the far-right EDL party, told those assembled here in Whitehall that they were part of a cultural revolution. Police said around 110,000 people attended. Over proceedings today was cast the long shadow of controversial conservative influencer Charlie Kirk, shot dead while speaking at a Utah university on Tuesday. Of all the people we spoke to, most talked about what they saw as British values and immigration, including this Tory councillor.
And here I am waving my flag on behalf of the British culture and the British nation.
The Conservative leadership and Reform as well have avoided this march because they see Tommy Robinson, Stephen Yaxley Lennon as being too extreme. But you are here. Does that matter?
No, I think on the way here I've met a number of people that are here for the same sort of reasons that I am.
It just seems it's two-sided politics. It's good for them, but we're not allowed to say how we feel, and it's our country, and I think
is Islam really a problem?
I honestly think that wherever you go in the world, you should respect the rules of the land. Right. You can't try to take over. Okay. And I think the mentality that says not all Muslims, some Muslims believe that Sharia law should be the main law in the UK. Right. It's too far. It's just.
And this is actually what's really, this is what I'm picking up, right? I think it's more of a religion, cultural type of thing where, they don't want these type of laws to be inputted into the British culture. So this is what I think the march is really, deep down is really what it's about,
So if I went to an Islamic country, I wouldn't try to impose my values on that country. Yeah. I genuinely believe in live and let live, but you shouldn't try to convert. I don't want to be converted either. I don't want to be taken over, and I don't want to be converted.
Go back to Shaquille. You said you're not here to take over. Let me play this clip from your podcast last year. You said that very same thing. Let's play that clip again, just to remind our viewers. Let's play the takeover clip again.
No problem.
Okay, the other argument is, so if you don't like it here, go to your own country.
But why would we do that when our forefathers were instrumental in rebuilding this country after World War II? It was our grandfathers who worked in the factories 20 hours. It was our grandfathers who came here and run the infrastructure. It was our grandfathers who bought you the lovely curry, which is your national dish. So how can you tell us to go? We're not going nowhere. We are here to stay. Like I say, we're not here to take part. We're here to take over.
They're not gonna like that, bro. You get what I'm saying to you? They're not gonna like that, and I think that's what majority of this march is all about. Kind of like, that's pure ignorancy. I'm not gonna lie, that's ignorant. That's like, disregarding culture that one has, been born into. So. And he's not speaking for all Muslims, because I know some dope Muslim brothers that don't have this type of mentality and mindset. You know what I'm saying to you? So I feel like this is what is causing this protest, This is what I'm getting out of it. Because, like I already know how England can get, I know how these two sides are beefing, I see the tension, you feel me? And some people are be like, oh, this is a race thing. It's not a race thing, bro. Trust me, it's not a race thing. It's more of a culture and religion that's going on,
So is that what your party's about? Are you taking over the UK?
Like I said to you, we are here to stay. We are not here to take part, but we are here to take over.
What was that clip about then? Can you address that?
What I mean by that, Ben, is we are here to take over from those right-wing extremists like Nigel Farage, like Tommy Robinson, like the Reform Party, who is on the back of disproportionately discriminating our communities, gaining votes. We are here to take over from them. Most certainly we will take over from them, Ben.
So when you...
I mean, if you put it like that, that makes sense, If you put it like that, that makes sense, Because that might come across as we are here to take over your whole culture. So that's what I'm saying though, guys. Like sometimes you see the internet, some people can chop it up, right? Fling it out there and people can take it out of context and just feel like, yeah, this is what you said, this is what you mean. And then, it's just, we need to come into some clear understanding with each other and just kind of respect each other and like not fight each other because of different opinions. So this is what I'm picking up. This is why I'm thinking there's this crazy ass protest, you feel me? So, but yeah, let's hear some more.
You said in that clip there, we plan to take over, because the conversation was about Muslims being told to go home. And you were saying, well, no, Muslims built this country post-World War II. We gave you curry as your national dish. We don't plan to take part. We plan to take over. So you're saying that your words there were misconstrued?
Ben, we are British Muslims.
So as British Muslims, we are here to take over from
Smart from Ben. Yeah, that's what I was saying as well. Like, you know, people can get that, you know, twisted. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, it's good that Ben kind of clarified that as well.
And actually extreme left-wing extremism.
Shaquille, you said that this isn't a religious thing, but you were protesting. You were one of the main protesters, actually, at the Lady of Heaven film being banned some years ago because it criticised the Prophet Muhammad. And this is what you said. I've got a clip. This is what you said about laying your life on the line for the Prophet Muhammad, if we've got this clip.
Birmingham will not tolerate the disrespect of our Prophet, peace be upon him, and there will be outcomes from your actions. You will have repercussions for your actions. We have been trained from birth that we must defend the honor of our Prophet, and we will lay our life on the line.
Shaquille, do you believe in blasphemy laws or free speech? Because your current, record suggests that you believe in blasphemy laws. Is that correct?
I believe if individuals start issues in our streets that prevent the breach of the peace and they cause hate amongst communities, that there needs to be some laws put into place to protect our civilians. Yeah, no, I believe that we need to stop any breach of the peace. I believe that we need to protect our communities.
Well, can I not peacefully criticise Islam?
Sorry, Ben. The same way, if somebody was burning the Jewish Torah in the middle of Bullring, me and Ahmed would be the first people to stop them. The same way.
I'm posing these to you, by the way, guys, is to get a flavour of what you'd stand for if and when you make Parliament. And to be honest, I'm quite sure you would make Parliament. So when people like you are making our laws, I think it's quite important that the electorate understand who's roaming the corridors of power.
Because these gangs were overwhelmingly, as in 99%, comprised of Muslim majority men. There is a common denominator there. So the question would be, how would you actually address that in what is parts of the Islamic community in the United Kingdom?
But the fact that the media has pushed this to be a Muslim issue and an Asian issue, as you guys and the panel will know, that majority of the UK sex offenders are white middle-aged men who look like yourself. So to be quite honest with you, with all due respect, for you to isolate one community and ask us what we feel about it, we feel disgusted, absolutely disgusted, and we believe anybody who is involved in such activity should be put into the harshest punishment given. But when you clarify this point, the press and the media like to isolate it to a Muslim issue, but which you find you have your right to do so. But please then clarify also that majority of the paedophile and sexual offenders are white middle-aged men that look like yourselves.
I can clarify. We know that is because the vast majority of men in this country are white men. So it is on a per capita level, these sorts of crimes are disproportionately committed by Islamic or people from migrant Islamic communities. That's the issue that I want to get at, is there's disproportionate.
So, once again, it's a religion thing, man. When I first found out about the protest, I was like, all right, cool. As long as a peaceful protest, that's the most important thing, right? And for now, like, I ain't heard nothing dramatic that's happened. There's a few probably kicking police vans and whatnot, but that's just some Brits, some ignorant Brits that's kind of messing it up for the ones that's really trying to do it peacefully, you feel me? So this is what my thing is, yeah. Everyone just needs to respect each other's, like, you know, beliefs at the end of the day, right? As long as there's no violence and this free speech march, then everything's gravy, you feel what I'm saying to you? And hopefully no one gets hurt in this protest that's going on. So, like, this is why, one of the reasons why when it comes to religion, it's very touchy. I believe in the Most High, but when it comes to religion, I'm not really religious like that. You get what I'm saying to you? Because I feel like it's all politics. You get me? It's all politics. It's all a sense of controlling, and you know what I mean? So that's my opinion. So I'm allowed to have my opinion in it, right? But at the end of the day, you know, as long no violence is happening in this protest, then everyone can protest as you like. You know, fly the flag. You feel me? I'm using the flag right now. I'm saying to you, I'm representing where I'm from right now. So yeah, this is what I've gathered of why this protest is really happening. You feel me? Anyway, if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Stay blessed. Bow.